Well, hello and welcome to week 3, day 4. So the last email in the week. And we've been focusing this week on relationships. And what I want to talk about today is resolving conflicts, because inevitably with some relationships, there are times when things are just not going that well. So let me share my conflict resolution slide with you. I worked as a mediator for a number of years. So this was the way that I developed to help two people to come together and to resolve their conflict based on the training that I'd had and experience. So the first thing is the other person has to be willing to find a solution, and so do you. And if you haven't even got any willingness to discuss it or talk about it, then that's a different issue, which I'm not going to go into today and which is complicated. But if they're willing to have a talk about what's going on, then as we mentioned yesterday, one of the important things is good listening, listening without interrupting, for you to listen to them without interrupting and them to listen to you. And then it's important to check you've really understood the issue. And a way to do that is to summarize and to feedback. So to say, right, what I've heard from you is this, and give your own version of it. And then you might find they say, oh, well, that's not what I meant. And so you can discuss it more so you've got a really good understanding. You then might need to explore a bit further and find, are there any things that they're keeping from you that are actually really important, or are there any things that you really ought to tell them, but you haven't got round to doing it, or you perhaps feel a bit uncomfortable doing it. But sometimes you need to really explore deeply to find out why the conflict has happened. The next thing then is to develop new solutions. And that may be ways of making up, or it may be just, if you've disagreed about something, that you find a way to move forward with it and to get over it and recover. And sometimes then you might come up with some clever ideas for resolving it that you need to then check out to evaluate and to work out what you're going to do next. So that's just my little 6-step conflict resolution method. And if you get stuck at any point, during it, you can ask the question, look, if we can't reach agreement, what do we think will happen next? Let's look to the future and think, well, if we don't get on about this, or we can't sort it out, what's going to happen? And that can help to unlock it and help people to decide, well, do you know what? We'll try a bit harder to resolve conflicts. But it's never easy. I'm not pretending it is, but that is a way of trying to structure a conversation so you've got a better chance of resolving it. Okay, so the relaxation today is going to be at the end of the live session, which is at 12:30 today. So please do join me. The link is in the email, and I really hope to see you there at lunchtime. Bring your lunch, bring a cup of tea, and let's have a chat about well-being. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.